Hello, my name is Ralf Friedrichs. I'm an addiction recovery coach and the host of the Take Your Life Back Today show. As an addiction recovery coach, I want to share something with you, and let me be crystal clear to leave an everlasting impact upon you. Just imagine being buried alive. You're in a coffin, but you know you're not dead. You don't know how to get out of that coffin. You tried lifting the lid, but the enormous weight upon the lid prevents you from opening the lid. You then try banging on the lid to hopefully unsettle the dirt. Maybe somebody will notice and start digging their way down to helping you. In reality, there are people standing by your grave, but you just think you're going to die. Usually, though, people don't think about dying at all when they're habitually abusing drugs and alcohol. You know you need help. You don't know where to go for help. You must be very, very, very on the edge of living to always think that you can just live day by day under the influence. In order to have the thoughts that you have, folks, this person really needs to be great at repressing the fear of death. I often ask you, my audience, did it ever cross your mind that this person will probably take their life by abusing drugs and alcohol? And if they're not selfish enough by taking their own life like that, what about the people that count and need them most? People like their mother, their father, brother, sister, husband, wife, children, and grandchildren. With this, let me leave this thought. Don't be like that person that waited and waited and waited until it was too late. Instead, just pick up the phone and call 844-405-HELP, and I promise I'll help you take your life back before you end up like that person we just spoke about, and their life is gone. Folks, don't forget to take your slippers off at night. But don't put them at the edge of your bed, stick them under your bed. And when you do that, stick them way under your bed. And in the morning when you wake up, drop to your knees and retrieve those slippers. They're under your bed. And while you're on your knees, I like to have you utilize a thing called knee-mail, K-N-E-mail. Knee-mail is when you're on your knees asking God each and every morning for guidance, for direction, for forgiveness, and for mercy. It is the time when you're on your knees to thank God for having a home, health, food, family, relationships. Knee-mail, K-N-E-mail, is your personal time between you and God each and every day. And there's no better way to remember to do it than by putting your slippers under the bed at night and retrieving them each and every morning, because you have to go look under your bed and you're on your knees already. Utilize that time to speak to God each and every day. The power of prayer is tremendous. The power of prayer helps, and the power of prayer guides and directs you through life each and every day. Now put those slippers on and stand straight up and walk with God 24/7. Today we're going to have a special phone-in guest later in the show. Her name is Gloria Jean Roberts, and most of you already know who she is. She's been on the show. This is probably her 6th or 7th time. And what she wanted to talk about today is love, compassion, kindness, understanding, wisdom. And there's no better way to talk about all this than the 7 spirits of God. The 7 spirits of God are the following: the spirit of the Lord, the spirit of wisdom, the spirit of understanding, the spirit of counsel, the spirit of might, the spirit of knowledge, and of course, you always have the spirit of the fear of Lord. These are the 7 spirits of God. And as we get to know these spirits and talk about these spirits, they will help you and guide you through each and every day of your life. The spirits of God can be found in Isaiah 11:2. And the Spirit of the Lord shall rest upon him. The rod and branch, the King Messiah, so qualifying him for his office and discharge of it. This shows that Christ's kingdom is of spiritual nature and in a spiritual manner, for which he is abundantly furnished by the Spirit of the Lord resting in him. by whom he has meant the third person in the Trinity, so-called, not because he created by him, nor any created spirit is meant, but because he proceeded him, or proceeded from him. For that any created spirit is meant, but because he proceeded from him, he is the one Jehovah with him, a divine person, thy truly God, yet distinct from the Father and the Son, so that there is clear proof of trinities of persons. Christ was filled with the Spirit from the womb, and he descended and rested upon him at his baptism. He is anointed, and was anointed with him to be the prophet, the priest, the king, and received his gifts and graces from him without measure, which abide him and are designed of the following: the spirit of wisdom and understanding, which appeared in his disputation with the doctors, in his answers to the ensnaring questions of the scribes and Pharisees, in the whole world of his ministry and his conduct at his apprehension, trial, condemnation, and death, as also in the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding he imparted in his disciples and does more or less to all his people. This spirit of counsel and might, of counsel, which fitted him to be the wonderful counselor and qualified him to give suitable and proper advice to the sons of men, and the might of power, to preach the gospel with authority, do miracles in confirmation of it, bear the sins of his people and the punishment due to them, obtain eternal redemption for them, and engage with all the enemies that conquer them. The spirit of knowledge and the fear of the Lord. And so, as man, the knowledge of God, Father, of his might and will, of all the scriptures and the things contained therein, of the law and gospel, all the treasures of wisdom and knowledge were hid in him, which he communicates to his saints, and the fear of the Lord, and so had reverence of him, a strict regard to his will, and always did the things which pleased him. Go to Hebrews 5:7. This verse is also applied to the Messiah, both in ancient and modern Jews. The seven spirits of God. Let's go over them, or let's just discuss what they are again. The Spirit of the Lord will rest on him. The Spirit of wisdom. The Spirit of understanding. The Spirit of counsel, and the Spirit of might, the Spirit of knowledge, and the Spirit of the Lord, the fear of Lord. Those are the seven spirits of God. They can be found in Isaiah 11:2. My puppy's over there. Remember, next thing is what we're going to do is we're going to have Gloria Jean Roberts call in, and we will discuss all seven of the spirits of God. She will give us her input, and we will go through each and every one together. So remember, Isaiah 11:2, the seven spirits of God are the Spirit of the Lord will rest on him, the Spirit of wisdom, of understanding, of counsel, of might, of knowledge, of fear, and those are the spirits of God that can be found in Isaiah 11:2. I will see you after this short recess, and we will speak to Gloria Jean Roberts. And remember, the power of prayer is more mightier than any king or president in the world. Utilize it, and utilize it often. I'll see you shortly.